Welcome back to another episode of Learn with Shavern. Before we begin, go ahead and like, share, become a Patreon, click the link below. Make sure you send to a friend or two, and make sure that they send to a friend or two. Some fun facts before we begin. Did you know that drinking lime water alkalinizes your body? Whenever you have things like mucus buildup or really bad allergies or any type of sickness, is because you have a buildup of acidity in your body. So you want to put more alkaline in your body as opposed to more acidic foods or beverages, right? Such as Coca-Cola is an acidic beverage. Just buying regular water at the store is inefficient. You want to buy alkaline water. They have them at most health food stores. Most stores do sell them. They are a little bit pricier, but you can't put a price on your health because you either pay for the price of your water now or the price of your doctor bills later on. So putting lime in your water really helps balance that out. It rejuvenates your skin, it improves your digestion, and it helps fight away infections. So fun fact on that. In other news, LeBron James apparently allows his 11-year-old and 14-year-old to drink wine because he says they are mature. My 6-year-old's mature, but I don't give him Heineken. In other news, Joe Budden apparently is scared of Offset. Watched a really interesting video where apparently Joe Budden and Offset ran into each other at a Barnes and Noble's, interesting spot, and Joe Budden ran off. Apparently Migos was going to jump Joe Budden over some comments that he made about Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, and if you guys see my first episode, I did talk about the things that you feed yourself, where TV shows like Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that are very unhealthy for the mind. You think that it's a source of entertainment, but again, you need to self-evaluate. If this is what you find that is entertaining for you, you need to evaluate what attracts you to this source of entertainment. All right, jumping into what we are here to discuss today. Finding your purpose. A lot of people go through life and don't know their purpose, or they don't have a thing that they feel like they're good at, or they're waiting on other people's permission to do the thing that they love. Why? You don't need anyone's permission to be great. You don't need anyone's permission to wake up every day, right? Your spirit does these things all on its own, the same way. Finding your purpose will absolutely help you out. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says that when you find your purpose, you will stop procrastinating and become more productive. That is a fact, right? If you find yourself procrastinating, it's because the thing that you're procrastinating about, you don't really want to do it. You don't really care to do it. It does not resonate with you. Finding your purpose and what you're here for. Why am I here? What do I need to do? If your purpose is helping people, healing people, whatever the case may be, that is your purpose. Whatever you're good at and comes easily to you, comes naturally to you, that is your purpose. But it's the thing that you get the most enjoyment out of. Now, when I mentioned don't ask people for permission, don't go to all your friends and family or people that you're close to and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think about that? There's a young man named Brother Ben, and he talks about becoming pregnant mentally with an idea. When you, just like for a female, when a female first finds out she's pregnant, she normally does not tell anybody that she's pregnant within the first 8 to 12 weeks, just in case something happens, such as a miscarriage or so forth. When you become pregnant with an idea, your brain works in the same way. You do not want anybody to give you a mental abortion about what your purpose is. Your purpose is for you. It is what resonates with your soul. It is what you know intrinsically that you are good at, what you can offer to the world to help contribute to the world. Consciousness only knows what it sees, and subconsciousness only knows what it believes. What that quote tells you, we discuss a lot about the conscious mind and the subconscious. The conscious mind are the things that you can functionally do, blink, eat, touch, smell, etc. That is your conscious. So your conscious mind only knows what it sees. So when you are creating your reality out of the darkness of your mind, you are telling your subconscious, you're programming it rather, on what it should be seeing or what it should be interpreting that you expect the results back for. That's why feeding your subconscious is very important, from the things that you watch, the things that you visually take in, to the music that you listen to the food that you eat. As I previously stated, it's not just enough to eat vegan and exercise every day. You have to also take into consideration what you're feeding your mind, right? If you read tons of novels, that's great. You're feeding your mind, because reading is fun for the mental. Hence why reading is fundamental for the brain, right? It all goes hand in hand. The consciousness knows of itself only through reactions from the outside world. So for example, if you affirm, which in my previous episode I mentioned affirmations, if you affirm every day, I am amazing, right? What do you think the outside world is going to respond to you? Hey, you're an amazing person, because that is what you are manifesting for yourself. That is what you're telling the universe you are. Hence, the universe is going to say, you know what? You are amazing. Let me give you more of that. The reverse works true. Hence why you want to be careful of all the things that you tell yourself when you're feeding yourself. All the things, if you're a person that lives in your mind constantly and you consider yourself a deep thinker and you're constantly thinking about a lot of things, don't waste your thoughts. The average human mind has about 10,000 thoughts a day, right? So why not discipline yourself to control those thoughts, to put in your own thoughts, not the thoughts that are forcefully fed to you through social media, television, commercials, etc. In my previous episode, I mentioned that the Super Bowl actually spends on average $4 million for a 30-second commercial. That's how powerful your mind is, that they're willing to spend on average $4 million for 30 seconds to program your brain. I want you to think about that for a second, right? When you change your consciousness, you change your reality. When you change the things that you perceive and how you perceive those things, you shape your reality into how you want it to be for you. When you find that things are no longer working for you, just like with your job, if you find that your job is no longer working for you, what do? You fire your job and you find a new one. That's the way that works. You want to apply that same concept to all aspects of your life. If you are in a relationship that is no longer working for you, you want to fire that individual and make a vacancy for a new person to take that place. That's the way that it may benefit you the most to implement those things. Again, please do like, comment, share. If there's a specific topic you would like to see me speak on, please feel free to share that with me. I'll be more than happy to research it, give you my feedback on it. Going back to finding purpose. Once you find your purpose and you become more productive in doing your purpose, and you figure out how your purpose can now give back to the world, because at the end of the day, we are spirits having human experiences, right? So our spirit came back to reincarnate in our human vessels to complete what it was not able to complete in previous life forms. If you believe in the story of reincarnation, you'll understand that once our spirit returns back to this realm of earth, it comes back with amnesia. All the memories are erased, but little faint hints of it stay with us. Hence why you have things like deja vu, or you meet somebody and you never met them before, but they seem real familiar. It's because your spirit resonates with them. Last but not least, human beings give off our own electromagnetic field, right? So electromagnetism, what is that? Specifically, the core of the earth has this. It gives off electromagnetism. So if humans can also give this off, when you walk barefoot outside, opposing ions go ahead and attract. So when you walk outside barefoot and you get that negative energy that the earth gives you as a positive person, if you know anything about the science of electromagnetism, you would know how beneficial this is, right? Electromagnetic currencies can also be measured through the subconscious. Just like the core is to the earth, this is the core, and this is the earth, this is the subconscious, and this is your brain. This is your conscious, right? It is in the middle of it. This is where the electromagnetism comes from. This is how they can measure it. Hence why finding your purpose, being disciplined in your thought are all beneficial to the grander scheme of you being a happier, fulfilled individual. Like, comment, share, become a Patreon. Click the link for the Patreon link. Become a Patreon. You can also see my videos on there as well. Peace and blessings, family, and I wish you a wonderful, productive day.